Hi everyone. Thank you for watching this video. I have a very special guest and good friend of mine. His name is Stephen Felton. He actually has his own YouTube channel and we're going to go over well, not I, but he is going to go over the basics of chords and melodies and things of that nature. So if you're a complete beginner on the piano, this video is for you. And I wanted to go ahead and introduce Mr. Stephen Felton. So say hi to the people.
Hey everyone, again, like Ayana says, my name is Stephen Felton. I play and teach piano. I've been playing piano for now, it's been 20 years, and I've been teaching for
Wow.
the majority of that time. Yeah, well, I was right. Like, I can't believe it. Like, I started August 2004. So, yeah, it's
Wow.
been 20 years now, and I've been spending large part of that time teaching others how to play.
Awesome. Yeah, and can you tell us what your exact YouTube handle is? And I will put it in the description box. So for those of you guys who want to follow him, make sure that you subscribe to his channel.
So you can find me on all social media platforms, especially YouTube at Stephen Felton Music. So you can do youtube.com/Stephen Felton Music, but you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or X as it's called now, as well as TikTok.
Perfect. And I meant to ask you this earlier before we started recording, but is there any like free video or free series that you would like them to access? If you do, I'll make sure to put it in the description box before before this goes live.
Sure thing. I have what I like to call a jumpstart kit, a piano jumpstart kit. It's for the absolute beginner. You start with some of the things that we'll be talking about today, and by the end of the video series, you'll be able to play your first song.
Awesome. Yeah, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and minimize my camera. I'm going to minimize my little, I just muted myself. Hold on. Uh, I'm going to pin, actually, I think this automatically makes our videos smaller, right? Once you put your screen share up, right?
That's it.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my camera and my microphone off, and I'm going to go ahead and let you take over, and I'll just come in towards the end of the video.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so playing the piano is a very personal thing. And because a lot of people, they hear music, they want to play it, and it sometimes can be hard to just sit down and figure out what to do. So let's work to make that task a little less daunting. So the first thing we need to know is, what are the names of the notes on the keyboard? When you look at the piano keyboard, you see there's white keys and black keys. And the black keys are in patterns of twos and threes. So use the black keys to name the white keys. One way to remember how to name the white keys is you find a group of two black keys, and we're going to call this the dog house. And in the dog house lives what? The dog. And D is the first letter in the word dog. So anytime you see a two black key group, the white note in the middle is D. And you can play every white note in the middle of any two black key group, and they all sound the same. They're the same pitch, just either to the right they're higher, or to the left they sound lower. Now you can use that information to name the three keys to the left, which will be C, B, and A. Then you can also name the three keys to the right, E, F, and G. So that's one way you can name the keys. Another way is to go from D to D. So if I start here, this is D. The next note is E. Then we have F, G, A, B, and then we were back at C. So that's the second way. You can go from D to D, and there's actually 8 notes. Each D is 8 notes away from each other. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's called an octave. So just like an octopus has 8 tentacles, or a octagon has 8 sides, an octave has 8 notes in it. So even if I go from A to A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you'll always return to the next note, either octave up or octave down. So this is D, and I go down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1. So that's one way you can name the keys, is you can count from D to D. So D, E, F, G. Now remember that we start over with A, so this next note will be A, B, then C. And then we stop at the octave at D. Another real cool way to remember the names of the keys is to remember when we eat sushi, for those of us who eat sushi, we like to use chopsticks. The two black key groups remind me of a set of chopsticks. So since the first letter in the word chopsticks is C, the first key immediately to the left of the two black key group, the first white key is also C. And if I go up the alphabet to the right, that's D, then the next key is E. So I can remember the two black key group have C, D, E. And then the three black key group reminds me of a fork. So when I've played the first white key immediately to the left of the three black key group, that would be F. And then I can use the rest of the letters in the alphabet to fill the rest of the white keys. G, A, B, and then over with C. So one way you can help yourself memorize the white keys is you can take your right hand, your thumb, your index finger, and your middle finger. Let's give those numbers, 1, 2, and 3. You can do C, D, E. Then you can lift your hand up and go to the next group of the white keys next to the three black key group. You have F, G, A, B. And I played those with my thumb, index finger, my middle finger, and then my ring finger. So all I did was C, D, E. Then I went F, G, A, B. And you do that up and down the keyboard as much as you want. And if you want to stop at any point, you want to stop at C, go ahead and put your pinky on C. And come back down. And you can say those notes. C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. So we talked about one interval. An interval is the distance between two notes. We talked about the octave, and we said if we start on a note and then we count up 8 with this first note that we're on as 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we have an octave. Well, another interval that I want to talk about today is called a half step. Half step, or some people call it a semitone, is from one key to the very next key, whether you go up or down. So this is half step, B to C, E to F is a half step, B to C is a half step. And it's important to notice that because that's how we actually build chords. So we can start on C, that will be the name of our chord, that will be C. We're building a C chord, all right? So we start on C, and then we use a formula called 4 plus 3. So we start on C, that's our root, that's our home, and then we're going to count, starting with the next key, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that lands us on E. So we have C, and then we have E, and then we're going to count 3 half steps. So go to the next key, was 1, then 2, then 3. And that's how you can build any chord starting on any note. Right now, let's focus on C for a second. So if I want to build another C chord, I can go start on this C, again, go up 4 half steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go up 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3. And you can do that starting on any key, black key or white key. Let's actually build a F chord. So let's find F. So C, D, E, F. And our formula is 4 plus 3. So let's start on the very next black key. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then do our 3, starting on the very next key. 1, 2, 3. So that's called an F major chord. So we did a C chord, and we learned the F chord. The cool thing about these chords is all you have to do is play a white note, skip a white note, play a white note, skip a white note, play a white note. And the same thing with the F chord. When we landed on F, we played a white note, skip a white note, played a white note, skip a white note, played a white note. So these chords only have white keys in them. There's one more chord that looks similar to these, and that's G. We'll start on G. So C, D, E, F, G. Remember, our formula is 4 plus 3. So let's count up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's count up 3. 1, 2, 3. And now this is called a G major chord. And major, you can interpret that as happy. That sounds really happy. Yay! I'm having a good day. Well, if I'm sad, I'm not having a good day, I'll play like this. Hear the difference? Nice and happy. This is a little sad. So we're talking about major chords, the happy sounding ones. And there's 3 chords we're going to focus on today. That's the C chord, C, E, and G. Then F, that's F, A, C. And then G, G, B, and D. Those are the 3 chords that we're going to focus on. And I want to practice them while counting to 4. So when I play a C chord, I can take my left hand. If I play a C chord in my right hand, I can take my left hand and play C, a low C note, or C in the bass. Bass meaning low. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this C chord and I count to 4 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So let's pause there. We're going to go to F chord, C, D, E, F. We'll do the same thing. I'm going to take my left hand and play F in the bass. And then I'm going to play F in my right hand as a chord. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for G, or C, D, E, F, G for my G chord. And I'm going to do that in my count to 4 as well. So, for example, I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the only change we're going to make is we're actually going to lift our hands on 3. Okay? So we're still going to count to 4 even though our hands are moving. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a great way to practice those chords. Again, we have a C chord, we have an F chord, and then we have our G chord. And each of those chords only have white keys in them. So that's one easy way to memorize those chords, is that all you have to do is find the root. If it's C, F, or G, you find the root, skip a key, play a key, skip a key, play a key. Same thing over F and then G. Now what we can do is we can actually practice those chords in order, the way we learned, which is C, F, or G. And this is how you would do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. You play for 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. Then you lift, go to F, 2, 3, and lift, go to G, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Another way you can do it is you can randomly select which chord you want to play. All right, so let's say I want to play F, C, G. So I'll start by F. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to C, 2, 3, 4. Then G, 2, 3, 4. Or let's say I wanted to do G, F, C. 1, 2, ready, go. G, 2, 3, lift, F, 2, 3, lift, then C, 2, 3, and lift. All right? There's actually one more chord that we're going to talk about, and that's called it's a minor chord. So let's start. We're going to build a minor chord by first finding our root. We're going to do an A minor chord. So let's find A. Then let's count up. Our formula is actually 3 plus 4 this time for minor chords. So I'm going to go to the very next key, do 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So notice how that does not sound so happy, right? So we learned 4 chords today. All of them have all white keys in them, and we can practice them the same way we did F, C, and G. We can add A to that process as well, where we'll play A, 1, 2, 3, and lift up on beat 4. So again, let's randomly select, let's do A, C, F, G. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. Lift, go to C. 1, 2, 3. Lift, go to F. 2, 3. Lift, go to G. 1, 2, 3. And then start over to A. 1, 2, 3. Go to C. 2, 3. Go to F. 2, 3. Go to G. 1, 2, 3. And lift. Okay. So you can also randomize that by maybe taking a die and assigning each number on the die a letter that's represented by either A, C, F, or G. shake the die up, drop it on the ground, and whatever that letter is, you write that note down, and then you repeat that until you finish all four of those notes. And then when you do that, you now have a random progression, or a chord progression is how the chords move about during the song. And this will help you not only memorize the chords, but also memorize them out of context. So you don't have to always practice A, C, F, G. You can do C, F, A minor, G. So now you'll be able to play your first song. So you can pull up any song, any chord changes for a song, and you should be able to, especially if it's just using those chords, you can definitely play that song now. So let's take that information we learned and apply it to real time. There's hundreds or even thousands of songs that uses the four chords that we talked about today: the C chord, F chord, the G chord, and the A minor chord. Remember that I said a chord progression is can be easily defined as the way the chords move and change as the song moves on or progresses. So in this case, the order of chords for this song would be C, then we do G, we go to A minor, and then we go to F. And each of those chords you're going to hold down for 4 beats, okay? But to make it easier on us beginners, we're only going to count, when we count to 4, we're going to lift our hand on 3 so we can move to the next chord, okay? So we're going to follow along that chord progression. You see where it says chords on the screen. Those are the chords that you're going to play. You're going to move your hands throughout that sequence, okay? Each of those chords get 4 beats, and it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. Let's actually do that a little slower. 1, 2, ready, go to C, C, 2, 3, lift, go to G, G, 2, lift, go to A minor, 2, 3, go to F major, 1, 2, then repeat that, go back to C, 1, 2, 3, go to G, 1, 2, 3, go to A minor, 1, 2, 3, go to F major, 1, 2, 3. All right. Right now, if you're familiar with this song called Girls Like You, you can probably sing that in your head to what I just played. If you're not familiar with the song, go listen to it. Come back to this video and you will hear that it's exactly what I played, okay? So let me talk through the text, through the lyrics as I play the chords so you can see how the progression goes. So, because girls like you run around with guys like me to sundown when I come through. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Girls like you love fun and yeah, me too. What I want when I come through. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Okay? So imagine yourself, you want to perform at an open mic. You have a friend who sings and can sing the song, or you yourself can sing. This is a song that you can play and sing at the same time. The chords aren't complicated, and it's only 4 chords, and the rhythm isn't complicated either. So it's a great way as a beginner to learn how to play these simple chords and find songs that play just these simple chords.
Perfect, perfect. I'm just trying to get my camera back to my face. I'm not quite sure how it's showing on the screen, but that was amazing. Like that whole breakdown, that is like the perfect way to get someone who doesn't even know the first thing about piano and getting them to play chords within a day. Like that is a crash course on how to play piano without really overwhelming people. And I think that was just a genius approach that you used. So I really appreciate you breaking that down for my students as well as the new viewers who probably have been scavenging YouTube for a long time. Because I know that there's plenty of people who they'll type in learn piano for beginners. And the problem is with the word beginner can be very subjective when it comes to the content that pops up, right? So beginner could be like someone who's like late beginner, early intermediate. And some of the teachers the people who put out these tutorials, they assume that people know certain basics of piano. And
Yeah.
I can't even tell you how many people come back to me and they're like, I've tried YouTube and it just confuses me even more. So that
Mhm.
was what made me realize we need to have content where we kind of just meet them like at ground zero and just build them up, but in the quickest way possible where a lot of the fluff is removed. So I think that a lot of students will really appreciate the approach that you've used. So thank you again for going that route.
Well, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. And I wish you all the best. I wish all the people watching this video all the best on their journey. And you know how to connect with us. If,
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah.
just a,
And if you guys do have any questions for myself or Stephen, you can always put them either in the comment section of my post, or you can go to, again, his channel. Make sure that you subscribe to his content and make sure that you interact with him as well. Or, I'm going to put all of his social handles in the description box. There's like a ton of ways to reach out to him. But, obviously the comment section is probably the easiest way to submit your questions, or if you need a further breakdown on what he talked about, we'll be sure to answer those questions in the comment section. So thank you again. More than likely, hopefully, if you're up for another collaboration sometime in the future, if you want to come back and be a guest again on my channel, I think that my students would greatly appreciate that too.
I would appreciate it too. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Thank you so much again. Make sure that you guys subscribe to his channel and also subscribe to mine. So I have, my tutorials on here. I have a ton of great guest instructors like Steven. I also had Sean Wilson on here some time ago. We did a live. We also had Ashley Young, who was a guest, and I have a ton of other guests who are going to be coming up in the future. So make sure that you subscribe, turn the notification bar, like, comment, and share. Thank you guys so much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.